Got it.
Hello and welcome to the NZ Ahead podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Brian.
And today we've got another one of our special shows for you.
Yes, it's very special show.
Put you on the spot there, did it, Brian?
Yeah, you did, but I'm actually on this show with you, aren't I? You're normally doing Zooms lately, so it's going to be so nice for us both to be talking.
Do you know what as well? I just have to say, Brian is always here. You're never not here. You're always editing or you're always setting up the Zoom for an interview. You're always doing all the after work. So you're always here. Sometimes people don't hear you and I don't want them to get the impression that it's just me doing all this work because it's very, very 50-50. But
is.
on this podcast, we've decided to do the intro together and share with you a podcast that we made for our YouTube channel, It's a Drama, where we talk all about the unspoken rules in New Zealand.
Yeah, they're really sort of helpful, these rules, aren't they? Although we're having a bit of fun and laughing a little bit, it's good to know that when you do land in New Zealand, that you just don't do these things.
No, that's right. You learn quickly. We're teaching you, so you don't have to do what we did and take 15 years and embarrass yourself throughout.
Get someone to
throughout
someone get off the chair, get off the table. I mean,
and don't forget, if you haven't signed up for our free 5-day video guides that leads to our private NZ Ahead community, you can do that by getting the free 5-day videos. Go to
nzahead.com/free. And there you will get 5 days of videos that will come through your email. You'll get to watch those. And on day 5, you'll get the choice to come and join our wonderful Slack community, Liz.
Yeah. It's absolutely amazing and brilliant. And we would love, love, love to have you with us in that community. So we hope to see you there. Take the videos and wait till day 5. Until then, sit back and find out what you have not got to do, the unspoken rules, when you get to New Zealand.
Got it.
Welcome to the NZ Ahead podcast. Everything you need to know about moving to and living in New Zealand.
There's a whole world here.
So nice to be with you again.
We call it Aotearoa around here, bro.
You'll be right.
We are your hosts, Liz and Brian.
Amazing New Zealand in the southern seas.
See, that's where I belong. That's home.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Liz.
And I'm Brian.
And today we're back with another show to tell you all about some unspoken rules in New Zealand.
Yes, not that it's just sunny in the winter.
No.
We're
here today because, do you know what? Even though we've lived here 15 years, we're still learning these things about New Zealand. So we dread to think what it would be like as a newcomer coming and just having no idea. We just thought we'd be here. We've got 10 of them for you. And we just want to run through 10 things you really should know about New Zealand if you want to just get right in there with the locals. So let's jump on in, shall we?
Yep, let's go for it.
Right, number 1 rule, unspoken rule about New Zealand is you never, ever talk about money to the Kiwis.
No,
You don't.
It's a real Brit thing, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
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 I don't know what it's like with Americans, but Kiwis is just like, you can never say, how much money are you on, mate? What do you earn an hour?
Well, you wouldn't really do that though, would you? Because that would just
Well,
be
you do,
weird.
'cause
Like,
it's
oh, hi,
like-
how are you? How much money do you earn? I mean, you wouldn't say that anyway, but what I'm saying is the British, and I don't mind saying this, we have this thing of when we get together at parties, you give it about 2 minutes and then you try and decipher how much the person earns. Like, you know, if they've split up, how much maintenance they're paying to the other side, you know, whether the kids are going to get a really good job. How much are the university fees for your child? We just need to know these things.
What did you buy your house for? And what was it?
Exactly,
Was it expensive? Was it cheap?
I know.
It's true though, isn't it?
But it's interesting.
Yeah.
But in New Zealand, you're not allowed to mention that. It's just not the done thing.
Yeah, because when I first came and was working here, I was working with a bunch of British guys as well, Scottish, English, and first thing is like, how much are you on?
Yeah, well,
That's
you
the first thing we said. But the other Kiwis, they never said a word.
You want to know where you are
Yeah.
in the pecking order,
That's
don't you,
it.
Bri?
That's
You were
it.
right down the bottom at
I
that
was
time.
$21.50. Don't forget the 50 cents an hour. You know?
Right, so yeah, don't talk about money when you meet the Kiwis, okay? Anything else, but I'll tell you what, family and what you did at the weekend. Obviously, you're never going to go wrong with sport. And if push comes to shove, just talk about the weather.
Yeah, game was good, eh?
Right, number 2. Unspoken rule in New Zealand, and this is a biggie. Please, if you're coming to New Zealand, you must know this rule. Do not come to New Zealand and put your bum on a picnic table or any table actually, come to that, when you sit down. It's just not the done thing, okay?
Do you know what? I've noticed there's a few younger Kiwis that are doing that.
Really?
Yeah, because we were at Hamilton the other week in a place called Maid. And outside there was a bunch of chairs and tables and things. And there was just like one guy just sitting there, sort of like a college student, like, you know.
Why didn't you go and say to him?
I was
"Oi,
going to give him a
get
good
your
clip
arse
around
off."
the ear, like, you know, and say,
Yeah.
hey, get that off there.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not. It really isn't the done thing, and it's funny, isn't it? Because we didn't know this. Because again, when we came over from England, it was just that's what you do. If there's nowhere to sit, you just sit on the table, put your knees up on the, your feet up on the.
Well, it's like the
seaty
picnic
bit,
bench,
yeah.
and it's an all-in-one picnic bench with the two benches either side,
Yeah.
and then they put the feet on that, and then sit at the table so they
Yeah.
can be at sort of eye level with everybody,
Yeah.
like, you know.
But no, just don't do it. It's not the done thing,
No.
and it really makes us bristle when we see it. So
No, it is.
Yeah.
Just sit down on the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, number 3 of unspoken rules in New Zealand. I like this one. This is, you'll know more about this than me, Brian. Work stops at midday, okay? And not only that, you have to hang around till the end of the day on Friday because usually the boss shouts you a couple of beers,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, so it's true because I've worked on many building sites, and sort of lunchtime is about 12:30, and after that, it kind of like it's just tidy up the site on good sites. Not the guys who are just one-man bands. They tend to leave it a mess because it's like, what's the point? I've only got to clear it up on Monday. But most good sites will clear right the way down, brush all the stuff up, clear all the rubbish out. And because most of them sort of start work at 7:30, finish about 4:30, it's geared up that you're going to finish up around about 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock on a Friday, like, and there should be a beer shout. So the people who have made a mistake on the site, if you cock something up, drill a hole in the wrong place, or smash something up accidentally, or just do something wrong, that's a box. That's a
Right.
box. That's a box. And so that's what you then drink on the Friday.
Do you think this is why New Zealand's got such an alcohol problem?
Yes,
Because of people like you.
English people made so many mistakes coming over as tradies. Just
turns us all into
I'm only getting
alcoholics.
paid 21 an hour, and it's 24 for a box.
Yeah.
So, and it's called a box of piss.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So anyway.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's a box of piss.
So if you're coming over here as a tradie to New Zealand, can you expect then to say to your partner, don't worry, love, I'll be home at 12 o'clock on Friday. I'll be finished.
You'll be home at 4 because you will have had a beer.
Well, what if you don't want to have a beer?
Well, then you'll be home at 2.
Oh, are you a bit of a square if you don't stay around?
You got to have a bit of a
gangs?
soch going on. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes people go, hey, I'm heading out. And it's like, all right, they have one quick beer, and you're only allowed a couple of 3 beers anyway, like, when you're driving. But it's normally there's a designated driver for the van or it's a minibus on a remote site. So he's the one who can't drink. Like,
Yeah. There was a bit of another little add-on to this rule that we were going to talk about, which we're not going to talk about, but obviously now we are
Yes, we are
going
going
to
to
talk
talk about it.
Is like if you hang around till the end of the night or the end of the day, the boss shouts the boss will pay for everything.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes, you can go for a beer and it'll be like, I'm getting around. But if you don't put your hand up, or if you stay as long as you can, the boss will normally get the tab if he's a good boss, like,
Yeah.
And it happened once when we went for a meal. It was just one of the lads' 40th birthday, and the boss was obviously invited. But this was at the weekend on a Saturday night.
Oh, is that really posh restaurant?
That really
wasn't it?
posh restaurant,
gutted about that.
yeah. And
So annoyed.
if you
Can I
just
tell the story?
you should tell the story.
Yeah, I'll tell the story. We went to this do,
It was the
right?
50th, wasn't it? Actually,
Yeah,
it wasn't the 40th.
we
It
went
was
to
the
this
50th
do
birthday.
that Brian was part of. This Brian, was he wasn't your boss, but he's just a good friend. He knew you, and he was,
Yes.
Anyway,
A wealthy guy, put it that way.
a wealthy guy, and we went to this party. And when you're invited to a party and you get there and you think, flipping out, this is a bit steep, and they weren't paying. It was like you were
It was a
expected to
winery,
pay
wasn't it?
yourself.
It was like pretty expensive. Yeah.
There's nothing worse, is there, when you get invited somewhere and you
know.
think, well,
And the kids
only
were there as well, weren't they?
Exactly,
So
we
it
had
was
the
4
kids
of us.
with us, and it was one of these places where like a piece of bread was $12.50 just for a side order of bread, and I could just see the bill racking up and up and up, and the drinks were just getting ordered, and
Yeah.
more was getting drawn. Oh, we'll have another bottle of wine.
Who's
and the
paying
kids
for
are
that
just,
bottle on this table?
Yeah, the kids are ordering all their desserts. And I could just see the bill going up and up and up. Anyway, get to the end of the night, and there was only about 12 of us left. And I said to Bright, come on, let's just go. I'm shattered. We need to go. Let's just pay the bill. I was like, yeah, oh, God, let's just pay the bill. Come on, you can do it, Liz. We paid the bill. I think it was something like about $280, maybe even more.
Something stupid.
And this was going back about 7 years or
It
something.
was, yeah.
And we paid the bill. And I'm not joking, the minute the girl handed our credit card back to us, the boss stood up and went, right, guys, this is all on me.
I'll get the tab.
It was sickening.
Can I have a refund?
It was horrible.
Yeah, and then you feel crummy because
I know.
it's like,
And I was dying for you to go up to him and say, excuse me,
Yeah.
can we just have a
you should have
reimbursement,
done. Yeah, can you
please?
reimburse me before he hands over the credit card? Yeah, the gold card.
Anyway, right,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's that one. I'm glad I got to share that story.
hang
'cause
fire.
I've been it's stuck in my throat that for the last 7 years. Right. Number 4 of things not to do about New Zealand. And this is a really, really important one. We learnt the hard way and we did it in public. And this is a really important one. When you come to New Zealand, I'm talking about the people who move to New Zealand now,
Yes.
newcomers.
Yep.
Do not come to this country and start saying, oh, it's not like this back at home.
Yeah.
It's not the same as home.
Back at home?
Yeah.
Where is home?
Yeah, because I tell you now, if they don't say it to you, they'll be thinking it. And to be honest, I would imagine they would say it to you because that's what the
Yeah.
Kiwis would do. They'll say, piss off back to where you came from
Yeah.
then. If you don't like it, sod off.
Yeah, what
Won't they,
you
Brian?
doing here in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't like it, lump it.
It's a funny one, this, especially for us, because we came from a country, England, where, do you know what? It's all right to slag off your country, isn't it, Bri?
Yeah.
We're all doing it.
Well, that's what the Brits were famous for, isn't it? It's like shit here, isn't it? But you say it to a Kiwi and they're like,
Oh,
What's wrong with it here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot do it. You
Yeah.
cannot do it. The Kiwis are just, and quite rightly so.
yeah.
But
And we're not talking about the Kiwis who move away because you turn around and go, I'd never come back. But that's why you moved away. So,
Yeah.
that's that thing. This is about the people who live here. Like,
Yeah.
the everyday sort of Kiwi working on a building site. You don't do like that back at home. You look at it as if like, well, why don't you go back?
Yeah.
If you don't do it like this, you
Yeah.
don't like our regulations.
Just keep it to yourself. Keep
Yeah.
it to your partner when you're having a glass
Yeah.
of wine at night. Just say, I don't like that. Do you? I'm
Yeah.
not happy about that.
It's not the same here.
Yeah, but just don't say it in public because I tell you what, you'll be shoved off back to where you came
Yeah.
from. So just watch that one. Okay, that's an important one.
It is.
Right, before we move on, we're just going to share our freebie with you, our Life in New Zealand guide. You're going to absolutely love it.
You are here because you love New Zealand. But did you know that we have got a private NZ Ahead community made up of people just like you who are moving to New Zealand or who are determined to make their dream of moving to New Zealand a reality? Just give me a moment and I'll tell you the backstory. When Brian and I moved to New Zealand in 2009, we knew nothing. There was hardly anything on the internet. I don't even think YouTube was a thing. And we came over here absolutely blind. And we made so many mistakes. One day, over a glass of wine around the fire, we decided that if ever we got the opportunity, we would create a community of people, of resources that just gave people who are moving to New Zealand what we never had. And that's just what we did. We started off by doing these podcasts, which we continue to do each week, and we created a community where people could come together, share information, make friends, their kids make friends. Everything to do with moving to New Zealand is in that group. I am so happy to say that that community is now over 400 people strong. It's absolutely beautiful. It's probably the kindest and bestest community in the whole world, and you can be part of it too. For those who are just dipping their toes into the New Zealand waters, we have created a free, absolutely free 5-day video guide where we show you some aspect of life in New Zealand so that when you get here, you don't think, oh, they never told me about that. And this video guide is absolutely free. When you get to the end of the video guide on day 5, you are given details of how you can become a member of our private NZ community group. So why don't you jump on in, get yourself those free 5-day videos, and on day 5, decide if you want to join a group of aspiring and exciting adventurers who are determined to make their life in New Zealand a reality. You can get those videos by going to www.nzahead.com/free. That's www.nzahead.com/free. If you want to make a new life down under in New Zealand and you're determined to be surrounded by people who are doing the same, then don't hesitate to come on in and say hi in our community. Hope to see you there. Okay, so let's get back to the show.
Okay, number 5 of unspoken rules in New Zealand, and I love this one.
Yep.
Always beat the tractor driver when he pulls over for you.
Yeah, because the thing is, this is the land of milk and honey, obviously. So with that comes a lot of tractors, because it is the land of, as you can see, it's all dairy farms around us and stuff. So hence a lot of tractors on the road. And it is law, I think, I'm pretty sure in New Zealand, but don't quote me on it, but I think once you've got more than 6 cars behind you, whoever is going slow should pull over. And that, whether you're in a tractor or not, but you can get to about 10 cars and the tractor obviously sees it and then looks for a safe place, because it's only single track lanes, single track road. It's not motorways and stuff in New Zealand. There are a few, but few and far between really, aren't they? And so when he does pull over, you've got to give him a toot, beep, beep, wave.
Yeah.
Or, put your not hazard lights, but your indicators on and off. And,
hazard.
Yeah, it's like a big crash and you're just waving like, you're rubbernecking him.
And also the milk trucks, anything big that pulls in for you, you've just got to say thank you. That's the law, okay?
Yeah, even like campers and, RVs, as you call them, and, slow vehicles with trailers and stuff that, if they pull over, give them a beep, say thanks.
Do you know what? It was so funny the other day. My niece was up from Wellington, and I don't want to say she's not the most confident of driver, because she is. She's a very good driver. But this one particular time, she was taking the family dog back to Wellington with her, and I was taking her out of town, and she was following me for a while. We were driving out, and then she was going to go on to Wellington. And it was the first time she had her dog in the car with her to take back to Wellington. She's got this little bubble car. What car is it?
It's called a Nissan Micra.
That's it.
So
one of those little, like they look like a little bubble. And then she's sitting in the front, and she's got this huge, long-haired, black German Shepherd dog with big white eyes like this. And he's got his head out of the window. And she's following me in the car. And I looked in my mirror, and we've come up to the passing lane just outside Owakota.
Yeah, and she wasn't going. She wasn't going more than sort of 60 or 70, was she?
She's probably going about 52 kilometres an hour, and she's in the outside passing lane. And bless them, all the people behind. There must have been about 52 cars behind her. I don't know, just loads of them. Not one beeped her and went, "Come on, move over, love." Not one.
Not one. Yeah.
And there she was, she's oblivious. She's just driving like this, dog out the window.
Took her 2 days to get to Wellington.
Yeah, it did. And she didn't know. And I said, yeah, I do anyway. But yeah, so I liked that no one was aggroing her. They're not like you. I mean, you were always.
No, yeah, but there's you'll only know that when you come to Kiwi Rose, because I think that's the next one.
Is it?
It was what we're going to talk about.
No,
because you got the tractors letting you past.
Yeah.
So.
yeah.
Number 6, because I want to talk about this.
Oh, it's passing lanes.
Yeah, so passing lanes.
Oh, have I ruined it by telling the story?
You don't see me pointing down going,
Okay.
Oh, Liz, I don't want to stop you. But anyway, passing lanes, and this is the unspoken rule of New Zealand. And I don't know why people do it, but you're doing 85k, 90k max, and you're going along and it's a straight road. And then it goes into a passing lane. So a passing lane is like, it then becomes a 3-lane highway, double yellow lines, or like double whites in Europe, where you can then overtake on the 2-lane section. And all of a sudden, you're now doing 110, trying to get past the person.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, if a police car comes around the corner, because they're all radared up, and, you're going to get pinged. And it's like, what is it? And then you get to the passing. If you don't pass them because you think, I'm going to get pinged, you pull back in because now you're doing 120 and they're doing 120 with you. And then you get back after the pass lane and slow back down to 90. And you're like, I just nearly killed myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we did it the other day, didn't we?
Right?
Just outside of Stratford.
Okay.
Just outside of Stratford with that RV. He was like going faster and faster and faster.
Oh.
And then eventually you run out of passing lane and I'm like, I'm not going any faster. And then you pull in behind him and you're back down to 65.
Oh,
Pack it in.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's
right.
It's a everyone who's Kiwi knows about that. It's just like, what is it? Yeah.
I didn't. Do you know what the thing? Well, I'm
What?
not even going to. No, I will. The thing that you've got to remember
Yeah.
is how
Stay
you
calm.
act. No, how you act is what you attract.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
if you're driving like a lunatic, Brian, you're just going to find other lunatics on the road.
Yeah.
When
and
I'm driving,
the slow
I'm just
lunatic
me and my niece,
and then the fast lunatic.
just driving along with the dog out the window. Everyone's happy. No one's.
Yeah, but
aggroed.
that was fine, because that was literally a slow. That's called the slow lane, which is only very short normally, isn't it? They just pull right over for you and let you come through. And they're sort of about 300 meters long max, but these other things can be up to a kilometer long. But you're bombing along at 120, thinking, I can't even pass them.
Oh. Right, okay, so have you said everything you want
Yes.
to say about that? Yeah. So, number 7 of Unspoken Rules in New Zealand, and I've just got one line. It says, head down to strangers, head up to bros.
Yep. Which is so, and that's what it is. A lot. It's just because you're walking along and you'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
And then there's one, hey,
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
doing? And it's the head up, the eyes up, and everything, like, you know, and it's just it's giving it that, and then there's the all right.
Yeah, so
You
we've
know?
spoken about this in previous videos, but what we really noticed when we moved here is the Māori people, when they meet you, they go like this, and they raise their eyebrows, don't they, Brian?
Yeah, they do.
And you've started doing, or you ages
I always
ago, you
did. I
started
used to,
doing again.
yeah, I do it. You used to do it on the building sites. You know, it's like
I love it.
you're
I
just
love
giving
it.
them that, and it's like most people will go, yep. Oh,
Yeah.
they'll be like not looking very happy, and next minute you give them the eyes and a bit of a head back, and you know everyone's guilty of it, and then all of a sudden it cheers them up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, gives them a bit of like, oh, you know.
But if you're on a trail or on, if you're having a bit of a tramp or just walking through the village or whatever, there is no one that I will pass without saying morning. And if I don't know them, then I'll sort of go like that, and my head goes down.
Yeah.
But if you know them, you're like, oh hi, like, and your head goes up. So I loved it, that saying of head down for strangers, head up for bros.
Yeah, it's almost
I
like
just
that, and like that.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you're losing the sun a little bit here, Les.
Yeah,
Going
we
behind
are,
the palm
Brian.
tree.
Don't shout. You just nearly
Okay.
blew my ear off.
I
then when
know.
you shouted.
Sorry about that.
Okay, number 8 of Unspoken Rules in New Zealand.
Yep.
So this one is a lovely one, especially if you have kids. There's lots of tunnels in New Zealand. When you're driving up and down the country, you'll come through tunnels. And there is a law in New Zealand, actually. It's the law of the Kiwi people that you must toot when you drive through the bridge.
Through there, yeah.
Yes.
That's it's a bit
Through the tunnel,
Through the
rather.
tunnel.
Yeah.
I like driving through the bridge. It's normally like, you know, but it's the Vic tunnel in I think it's in Victoria in Wellington. And that's just like beep, 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 beep. It's just everyone's beeping, windows down, getting smoked out by all the fumes, but it's just beeping everybody, isn't it?
And it's
just
funny
good
because
fun.
every time you do it, you think you're the only one. You think you're so brave. Like,
and then someone beep, beep in the back, like, you know, it's great, isn't it?
And also, we didn't know about this. Our son told us about this. Apparently, that if you go through a tunnel or over a bridge in New Zealand and you're a passenger, you have to hold your breath.
Yeah, or everybody in the breath
side.
holds the car, like, everyone in the breath holds the car. Everyone in the car holds the breath. Yeah, but there are some big bridges, and that's the thing of it.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're the driver, you just start slowing down.
Yeah.
You know, but I wouldn't like to do it over the Auckland tunnel, the Auckland Bridge. Oh, we've got tunnels and bridges, haven't we? The Auckland Bridge at at rush hour and hold your breath.
Have you
you'll
got
be
your
on it-
dentine in, your
you'll be-
dentures?
You'll be in it for an hour, you know?
Right, number 9, and I like this one. And do you know what? I'm going to be interested to see what comes up on the comments for this, because I don't know if this is just me that have noticed this. Because even when I told you, you were like, "Oh, I don't know if that's an unspoken rule." But this has just always baffled me about New Zealand.
Yeah.
So when you go to the supermarket, first of all, I'm going to do that thing and say in England, but I have to, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the comparison. This is a comparison one.
Yeah. Well, it kind of is and it isn't.
Yeah, but it's just. Yeah.
But when you go shopping to the supermarket in the UK, you take your basket, you know, when you only have 10 items or less and you've got a basket, even though you put 20 in there, and you take it up to the supermarket conveyor belt, and you're allowed to put it on the conveyor belt and let the checkout person take the things out of the basket and scan them, and then they hand you back the basket and you put it, they've got like a holder thing for the basket at the end of the conveyor belt. Here in New Zealand, if you put your basket, certainly in New Plymouth anyway, and maybe it's just me, I don't know, let me know. If you put your basket on the conveyor belt in any supermarket in Taranaki, they look at you like this. Well, what do you want me to do with that?
Yeah.
They will not take your things out of that basket. Again, maybe this is just a me thing, and I want you to tell me if it is. But no, we don't take the things out of the basket. You take the things out of the basket and then give us the basket and we will dispose of the basket. That's what the feeling is.
But do you know what the weird thing about it is? Like, where you get the basket when you go into the supermarket, it's in like a little trolley thing, isn't it, with full of baskets?
Well, they're always empty.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like those are at the start of every conveyor belt in the UK.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you want to unload your stuff, you then put your basket in there. So you empty all your stuff in New Zealand and you've got to like hold it for the next 5 minutes as you wait and then give it to the checkout assistant. And even if you're on the self-checkouts, there's nowhere to put your basket. You can put it on the side, you unload it all, and then the woman has to come over and take it from you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, put some of those little trolley things underneath
Hey,
everywhere.
I'll tell you what. Don't forget what we said about number 4. You don't come over here comparing yourself, eh? Don't come over here saying it's not like this back home. Don't do that. That's naughty.
Get it sorted, countdown.
That's just a little thing. And while we're on the theme of supermarkets as well, this is a good unspoken rule and something they don't do in the UK, unless you've got a quid to take back. In New Zealand, you don't get charged for your trolley, but you must return your trolley to the trolley park. Okay, and they don't call it trolley. What do they call it?
They are trolleys.
No,
Americans call them trundlers, don't they, or whatever they are.
They've started calling that here, haven't they?
Yeah, that's New Zealand, isn't it?
Okay, so you take your trundler or your trolley back to the trolley park, all right?
Yeah.
Don't just leave it standing in the middle of the car park like you do in England. That's not the way.
And here's a little secret for anyone. So whenever you go to a supermarket, park next to where you put the trolley. Saves so much time.
That's lazy.
No, it's not. Because you tend to think, I'll park closer to the shop, and then all of a sudden you've got the trolley parks over there, like, you know.
Right, moving on to our last and final New Zealand unspoken rule. And do you know what? I like this one because it's never rung truer than this, what I'm about to say now. Okay,
right.
So in New Zealand, we've got big shops. We've got proper shops in New Zealand.
It's amazing. We have some big shops.
And 2 of those shops are called Kathmandu and Briscoe's.
Yeah.
Now, if you ever want to buy anything from either of these shops, do not buy anything until there is a sale on.
Yeah.
And that won't be difficult because there's a sale on about 355 days of the year.
I know. You're unlucky if there's not a closing down winter sale clearance, you know?
Yeah. I remember a friend saying this to me. She just said, I said, I'm going to Briscoe's to get the thing. And she said, how much did you pay for that? And I said, sure, was it in the sale? And I said, no, there wasn't a sale on. She said, don't ever buy anything unless it's in the sale's on every other day, she said, didn't she, Brian?
Yeah. Obviously, it's got to not be on sale for so long and then it's on sale. But so just on those in-between bits, don't bother.
No.
Yeah, just make sure, have a look when the sale ends and you think, I've got another 3 days yet, so I'll buy it then. But realistically, you know, there's don't
waste your money.
Kathmandu has always got a sale on.
It has.
Which is great because it makes you go in and have a look, like, you know. But, you know, a minimum 30%, but usually a 50% sale.
I don't know though, and I'm still trying to work out this. Is it a scam? Do they just put their prices up and then say...
Well, obviously it goes on the rack and it's got to go for so many days, probably 14 days, I think, on full price, and then they can do whatever they want then, can't they? And then go, look, well, it was that then.
But don't go in there unless there's a sale.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Briscoe's have some flipping brilliant sales.
Yeah.
It's funny because when we first moved to New Zealand, we were like, what's this? Briscoe's, what's everyone raving about? And now, Briscoe's like Harrods to us now.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful. Farmers. Whoa. That's what it's called, Farmers. That's the department store. It's wonderful. You get everything in Farmers.
Okay, you lovely, lovely people. We hope you enjoyed that and you had some fun with us. And if you are moving to New Zealand, don't forget that these are the rules you have to follow. So hopefully it will just give you that little bit of guidance so you don't get over here and think, oh my God, what's going on here? Yeah. And also don't forget about our free 5-day video guide that you can sign up to, Life in New Zealand. Me and Brian made all those videos. They're all homemade. They're all around our property. They're lovely. Go and sign up for those in the link in the description or the link up there that Brian will put over. Until next time, you stay safe, stay as you are. Do not forget, we love you. We are so grateful that you are here. We read every single comment. We laugh at most of your comments because, yeah, you're great. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, and I will speak to you soon.
So just one thing, I did say countdown a minute ago, just to let you know for all the expats overseas, it's not Countdown anymore, it's Woolworths again. Woolworths. So Woolies, it's back to Woolies.
Yeah,
hey?
But that's confusing to us because Woolies in England...
There was a FH Woolworths, wasn't it?
Worrying,
but it was
it?
Woolies. But hey, anyway, and I should have said Woolworths.
Yeah, Woolworths.
Even though the one in New Plymouth is still said Countdown on the
They can't let it go. They can't let it go. They're like me. They're nostalgic.
They are.
They just want the old times.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. Kia kaha, stay strong. Kia u, stay true. That's true to yourself. And we'll see you next time.
Okay. Speak to you soon. Bye.
I really hope you enjoyed that show as much as I enjoyed recording it. If you're moving to New Zealand and you are interested in joining the Slack group, the private community group that we raved about and talked about on today's show, then you need to head over and get our free 5-day video guide. This is a video guide that sends you a video every day for 5 days, sharing some aspect of what life in New Zealand is like. It's absolutely free. And then when you get to the 5th day, you will be given the option of whether or not you want to join the private community, the one that we talked about. It's a fabulous, fabulous resource. I don't need to say anything more because you've already heard all about it. Go over, take the free 5-day video guide, get to day 5, and then you can decide whether or not you'd like to be a member and join our private community along with me and Brian and all those other fabulous people that are walking along the same path as you and making the move to New Zealand. So head on over to www.nzahead.com/free. Head on over to www.nzahead.com/free and get your free 5-day video guide. Get to day 5 and then you decide if you want to come and join us in our private membership group. I hope to see you on the other side.